There we go. I don't know why I thought I was live. I hadn't hit the button to go live. I was literally commenting and everything as Tyler Reddick spun. And then I looked over and realized there's a reason nobody can hear or see me. All right, so now we're going to go. We are, unfortunately, already under yellow. Ross Chastain got away on the top side and was able to get the lead from there. Very minor contact, but Reddick just goes around. Okay. Nine sets of tires. They shouldn't need that many of them, I wouldn't think. Oh, we're already going to yellow. Or to commercial. Okay, this is one of my biggest gripes. I'm willing to be that guy. I'm willing to say it. I have a huge problem with this. The race just got started. It's a single car spin. He got back to the tail of the field. Everybody comes and pits on the same lap, get back out and start the race. This thing should not take it's going to take 5 to 10 minutes. It shouldn't take that long. Honestly, that is probably one of the biggest things that drives me nuts. At the race right now, so I won't be in the stream. Hey, have a good one. Have a good one over at the race there. Hey, KFC is in here. Look at that. We got a lot of guys in here already. We are green. Yeah, I said I was I was live on my streaming software and I forgot to hit the start button on the YouTube software. So I was sitting there commenting and nothing was happening. So yeah, my bad. My bad. I did comment about the green, but Kyle Larson fell back on the start. I got to almost root for him this week. How am I? I'm great. I am great. I was at the Knoxville Nationals last night. Got over about midnight. Got back here about 1 o'clock, 1:30, and so had about a half hour to get the stream set up, and here we go. So it was awesome. I mean, I will say for any of you guys out there that are close enough to ever eventually go to the Nationals, first of all, if you can, find a way to camp. Camping is by far the best way to do it. I didn't even camp this year, but I noticed and I said, wow, I want to camp down here. This looks amazing. So camping in Knoxville is awesome. And then, I mean, 4 nights of absolutely stellar racing. I mean, it puts on the greatest racing you could ask for. So highly recommend if you just at least do it once. It is, I've seen races at Knoxville. I've seen sprint car races at other tracks. That race is unlike anything else. Okay, so they're green again. So on the thing it's green, but my Hulu's behind. So if you didn't know that, Hulu does have a delay. But actually they had to kind of rush it back to make sure they didn't miss it. Chastain picked the inside this time. Wow, Joey Logano with a power move up top. Okay. Noah Gragson in 17th. He's at the bottom of our leaderboard here. We got to let the run settle in before the lap times, and that stuff is really going to be worth anything data-wise, so we'll keep an eye on it. But I do like having the lap time there so I can watch it. How am I? Like I said, I'm good. When's my next post-race live so I can get the pins stand measurements? There's a couple different pins. I'll have to get you some info on them. A couple of them, there's 2 pins side by side. There's a couple where they're straight up and down, stuff like that. So, yeah, I'm not sure which one will be the easiest. I did find though that if you just even fold cardboard and bend it the right way, it works pretty well. So I don't know. The only problem is 3D material is a little more expensive than just basic cardboard. So that's more what I'm looking at. All right. So as we watch, it looks like Chastain is pulled out to about a half a second lead. Doesn't really mean a ton. Logano has moved up a decent amount already, so might be something to that. So is Ryan Blaney. Ryan Blaney started 12th. He's up to 7th. So there might be something to that. I like that Blaney car, too. That body armor car looks good. Oh, and by the way, I do have, where is it? Live standings. Yeah, we're going to go live standings. So here we can see Blaney v. Truex. And you can see the gap is around 18 points currently. Wow, that was a big move for Logano. He started like 18th. He was going to win the race in one corner. I guess I was wrong to judge him for Indy. He's up to 8th already. I mean, it seems like he's got a good car. All right. So things are starting to settle out a little bit. We're starting to see who's got a good car and who doesn't. Looks like Cole Custer is moving a little bit forward. He may have something out there today. Looks like they are running way up high today, which is amazing. I love the idea of having a big, wide Richmond racetrack with a bunch of different lanes to run. That'd be cool. Here goes Stenhouse again, way up to the top of the track. Got a good run off. Oh, I love it. Let's get it. Let's get rim riding around this place. I bet the racing would be fantastic if they start running way up there. All right, guys, we're in for a good show today. Looks like they can run multiple lanes. We're gonna have like a 3, 4, 5 lane different, 5 different lanes to play with, which is a really fun sign. And now that Christopher Bell has gone around the top, he is absolutely booking. He's passing 2 to 3 cars a lap. I need to get a better shot at that. All right. Little bump. So Blaney and Truex battling right now. I love this, man. I'm loving this race so far. I know Richmond usually can be a snoozer, but I'm telling you, we get this wide of a racetrack, we're gonna have a lot of fun. It's gonna be a fun race to watch. All right, Truex is going to lose another spot, so points-wise, not a huge deal at the moment, being we're only early in stage 1, but it could be something later. Christopher Bell is clear up on the top lane. And he gets a huge run on the straightaways. I mean, up to 12th already. So, yeah, ever since Christopher Bell moved up the track, he has been on a roll. I mean, lap times 24.6. He's fastest on the racetrack, and that's in traffic. So, all right, so the current lap times, as we look at them, looks like we're running 24.6s, 24.7s is a good chunk of the field. 24.6 to a 24.7. Christopher Bell is running a 24.6 back in 11th, so he's matching the leader's pace all the way back there. So Kyle Busch is now running the high lane. They're showing his battle. Oh boy, guys, we're going to have a fun one. This is going to be awesome. I can't wait. There we go. Sorry, guys. Looks like it had a little interruption quick. The chats weren't loading. So now I see a bunch of chats I didn't see before. So hopefully this works now. Okay. There we go. Now I can see it. 15-17 winners. Dylan gonna win the race. I don't think he's gonna win this race. The guys I would be worried about winning this race are Keselowski, Blaney, and Truex. Night races are cooler, especially for the fans at the track. All right, wonder why Elliott lost all his momentum. He's in 17th, so he's doing all right. He's running 24.9s. Leaders are running 24.8s. He's not too far off that pace. You know, he's faster than a good chunk of the cars in front of him. So, it might just be something that he saved his tires. I mean, look, his fastest lap is a 23.6. So he very easily could have been saving tires for the first 30 laps of this run, let everyone else run the tar out of him, and then go out there and try to go, run everybody back down. Not sure it's a winning strategy, but we'll find out. I gotta see why my chat's not working. Live chat, there we go. Now I can see it. All right. All right. Now I'm actually posting in the chat. Let's see how this works. For some reason my chat hadn't been working right. Can't tell you why. It's like it won't load. I know you guys are chatting. That's the thing. There we go. I got one chat in, so I'm starting to see something. I'm not sure why it was not working quite right. But anyway, so yeah, looking down our leaderboard here, Kyle Larson has just lost second to Denny Hamlin. Denny Hamlin 2.2 seconds back of the leader and a little slower, so we don't see anything right there at the moment. But scrolling down this chart, as far as lap times, Joey Logano running 24.8, good time. Brad Keselowski running 24.8, pretty good time. Going down here, going down here, going down here, and nobody in the 24-second bracket. We do have a 25.0 here to a 25.2, 25.1, so we got some competitive lap times there. So yeah, and you can see the delta here helps you see where the gap is. So Eric Jones is kind of almost a full second back of Christopher Bell, but then when you got guys right like here, Brad Keselowski is on William Byron. So there's a good chance Keselowski will be coming by William Byron soon-ish. Christopher Buescher Jr. did it again. Yep, Keselowski and Byron battling, but it looks like Keselowski will get that spot. So like I said, I'd be worried about Keselowski. He's good here. He's up to 4th. Don't sleep on him. 1v11 again. Let's go. Oh, let's be careful for that one. Briscoe on the move. I actually haven't seen that. Where did he start? He's up to 12th, so I just have to see where he started from. Actually, I can probably see what's on the race lineup. I need to get that on a different page here. Little slide job. I love it. All right, so Denny Hamlin is starting to run down Ross Chastain. Little by little. It's not much, but he's starting to get there. Looks like Eric Jones' car is really falling off. 25.6s, he's fallen back quickly. So the long run may not be his forte. All right, looks like Brad Keselowski has already caught Kyle Larson as well. So here comes Brad. And you can see his lap times are really good. Eric Jones all the way back to 16th. That car is falling off badly. He's down to a 26. 26. He's almost a full second off the pace of Ross Chastain. He's not going to make it on the lead lap if they keep that car out there. Honestly, I think Eric Jones needs to pit right here. That's his only chance of staying on the lead lap. You pit here. The pace has already fallen off 2 seconds. And with 30 laps to go, you should have enough time to get back to where you are. Or at least stay on the lead lap. But he's got to do it now. He can't wait because every lap is important from here on out. So, because of the way the tire degrades here, I definitely would recommend some of these guys that their pace is falling off badly. I would say this is a good spot to pit. All right, so we've got, he's ran a 25.1, 25.3, 25.1. So, yep, Denny is coming slowly, but he's getting there. Brad Keselowski hasn't got by Larson yet, so he's still rolling good. They're trying to show Christopher Bell, but Bell got to 11th and just kind of got stuck there. He hasn't gone anywhere since he got to 11th. Ty Gibbs running 13th. Good run for him. Chase Briscoe in 12th. Solid performance. I had to sneeze. Woo! All right. How many guys are lap down? JJ Yaley. So there's a lot of lap traffic before they get up to those guys. Reddick's still trapped back there. That's surprising. Not a good run for Reddick so far. Noah Gragson, 23rd. Not bad. Harvick, 21st. Definitely was hoping for better out of him. Almirola up to 19th. I know it says up to, but that is something considering how far back he started. So they're 2 full seconds off the pace. So, if we do some math here of what that means, they pit now, they lose, I think the rough number was 45 to 50 seconds. Somewhere in that range. They lose 45 to 50 seconds on the racetrack. It could be less than that. But maybe it's not. Maybe it's like 45 seconds. I think it's about 45 seconds. Let's say it is. You lose 45 seconds, which is enough to go 2 laps down if you're not leading. So, you pit, you're going to lose a couple of those laps. However, at 2 seconds a lap, will you gain all 50 seconds back over the course of 25 laps? Well, you should, but that's why it's important to start doing that pit stop at 35 to go, 40 to go, because then you have time to get those spots back. So yeah, at this point it is too late. No, they're just going to have to run to the end of the stage, and we're going to see who's got the really good long-run car. But I do think you could have split this stage in half, and it would have worked. Alrighty, so they're showing the battle. Custer just got by Truex, so Custer goes up to 9th. Do I think Elliott will win again before the playoffs or the race-offs? I like race-offs. The Glen would be the biggest one. I mean that's the Glen has kind of been Elliott's house since 2018. He hasn't won all of them, but boy, he's been the best car. So hey, if he's the best car and puts the best race together, he could easily win the Glen. But like we've seen, these road courses are chaos. Kimmy in the 91 next weekend. Yeah, I can't wait. I really am interested to see how he does. Almirola up to 16th. So, as I said, Almirola's got a good car. Got really good pace in that car. The question really does come down to, is he going to be able to keep it or get it to the front close enough? Because he's up to 15th. I think there's a chance for Reddick. I don't know. We'll see. Reddick has done really well at the flatter racetracks, flat corners. He was not that great at Sonoma, where there's hills and inclines going into corners. You know, with Watkins Glen, you have more elevation changes, and I don't know if that's going to suit him as well. All right, well, we're under commercial. We've got 18 laps to go. All right. Chastain has kind of held his gap over Denny Hamlin, just judging by it. Best looking next gen car so far. Probably the Chastain or Suarez GoPro cars. Trackhouse has their paint schemes down. They look the best. It's so good. So Kyle Larson, it looks like they're kind of running 25-2s in just somewhere in that ballpark. It doesn't look like there's a super huge disparity there. The one guy I did see running 25-2s a couple laps ago was Eric Almirola, so he's still got pretty good pace in that thing. But how often are you going to get 50 laps into a run? We'll see. Like we've seen, that Eric Jones car really fell off, but it stabilized. It kind of stayed here at 25.6, and now it's kind of just holding. Meanwhile, Ross Chastain has only lapped up to 30th. Ooh. Busch got in the wall, but he ran way up the track to get in there. Do I think Kurt's going to come back this year? I hope he does, but not sure. And yesterday, I took the engine out of my Elliott Phoenix win. I did break some stuff, but I'm not worried since I'm going to do a chassis swap. That's the best way to get to know what you're doing with it is you take it apart, and a couple times, first few times, you're breaking a few things here or there, but eventually you kind of get it exactly where you want it. And I want to see what Kyle Busch's lap time is. He's running way up at the top. 25.6, so he's running just about where normal lap times are. It's not like he's making crazy time or anything. I'm trying to see if there's any real movers. It looks like everyone's kind of stabilized. Denny Hamlin just ran a 25.1. That's fast. Well. 1.6 is Denny Hamlin's gap. Watching that. But checking the lap times, let's see how many cars are lapping here. They still have only lapped up to Justin Haley. They do not appear to be, flying by anybody. All right. Do I have any mechanic experience? No. Well, not legitimate experience. I've taken my own car apart, replaced head gasket and some stuff, but I've never done any official, mechanic work as a career. Blaney's body armor scheme is... I love the body armor scheme. The bright neon on there just is a great accent. When I get the donor chassis, I'll watch the switch... the rear tire installation of just the suspension because one of the silver things for the shocks broke off. Well, you could do it either way. You could actually pull the full suspension out and move it over, or you could just pull the axle and the wheel apart and then slide that axle and wheel into the donor. It'll work. That's how I did mine. I left the whole rear suspension alone, and then I just pulled the wheel and axle apart and split it so it could fit. So you can still make it work. Almirola by Bell. So Bell's car has really fallen off here recently. 5 to go. Looks like Elliott is battling with Briscoe. All right, Elliott has cleared, so he is in 11th. Oh, no! Corey LaJoie is going to block Logano. Okay, this Logano-Corey LaJoie thing just got really fun. Ryan Blaney came up behind LaJoie. LaJoie was in his way. Blaney bumps him. He slides up in front of Logano, and then he's in Logano's way. So they're battling with 3 to go in the stage. I think Logano needs to realize, just back it off here. Give him the stage point. Unless you think you're going to go up and catch William Byron, give him that extra stage point. That may matter in a couple weeks. I don't normally like to say that, but, I mean, it's such an easy point to give. Also, Denny Hamlin within a half a second of Chastain with 2 to go. So Chastain and Hamlin could be seeing a little battle here. All right, last lap. Little slide out of Hamlin, that might be enough to keep it. Tried to go high, but he won't get there. Chastain will get the stage win. All right. Cole Custer staying in the top 10. So a good run there. There's your top 10 for the stage. It's going to be Chastain, Hamlin, Larson, Keselowski, Byron, Blaney, Logano, Bowman, Custer, and Truex Jr. Now, as you can see, the lap times coming to the line. Guys that had really good pace towards the end of the run. Guys like, now the lap times changed, so I can't see it. Sorry. After it's all swapped out, I'm going to put the original engine on my desk as a decoration. Hey, I'd add some detail to it while you're at it. Let's see here. Oh, that silver thing for the shock. Yeah, I know what you're talking about there. Like I said, you can because if you broke it off, yeah, just keep your donor chassis as is and just pull the wheels out. It's way easier than swapping the whole rear suspension part. Like, when it gets to it, basically you just have to grab on each wheel, and then one side will eventually pop off the axle. And once it's separated, you just do the same thing on the donor chassis. Slide that axle through the rear's housing, put the tire on the other side, pinch it together, and then you're good to go. So That's what I found is easiest. But I also made an adjustment. I did take the rear end out and cut the spring down, so it was a little bit shorter. Let the rear end set down a little bit. Okay, so at the stage break, how many cars we got on the lead lap? We've got 27 cars on the lead lap. Boy, Austin Dillon a lap down early. I mean, that's a problem. Tyler Reddick a lap down. I mean, the Childress cars obviously did not show up with much speed. That is for sure. So here's the standings as they run. Eric Jones would be 16th in the standings in regular points, but there's just been so many winners. Daniel Suarez up to 12th in points. I mean, he has had a quiet summer that has really been a big surprise. You know, he has really just kind of quietly after his win. The win was good, but after the win, he's just kind of quietly kept his nose clean and gotten up to 12th in the points. I did not know he was that high up there. Kurt is... Oh, maybe he's not in here. 6, 27, 28, 29, 30, 30... Where's Kurt? Or are they going with the 45 car? 14th. The 14th is... No, 14 is there. I don't know. It's confusing me. All right, green flag pit stop. Sorry, yellow flag pit stops underway. 4 tires and fuel for everybody. Blaney is away. Oh, Keselowski got blocked in. He got blocked in by Bell, and it cost him dearly. He lost a lot of time there. So it looks like coming out of pit road, Chastain, Larson, Hamlin, Blaney, Byron, Logano, Truex, Elliott, Keselowski, Almirola. Ouch, that's a tough one. Brad Keselowski comes in 5th or 4th and comes out almost 12th. That's a big loss there. Whole rear assembly out. Nope, you don't have to take the whole rear assembly out. You just have to make sure you have a good grip on either wheel or tire, because it takes a little effort. You don't want to break the rim, but usually what I have found is if you grab both, if you can get both rims and tires squeezed good enough, you just need to turn it, because there's a little dab of glue that holds the wheel on. Once you break that glue, you just kind of twist back and forth. So kind of like if you're taking a cap off of something, you kind of twist it back and forth while you're trying to pull it off, and it helps, release the friction so you can get it to pull apart. But that's essentially all you got to do is, you'll take 2 tires on the axle and you'll just kind of twist them back and forth until one side pops off. So, all right. So, under yellow, we have nothing else going on. Looks like Justin Haley's going to take the wave around here, or is he the lucky dog? No, I think he might be the lucky dog. Because, yeah, that ain't right. Okay. This Mountain Dew is good. So Chastain, Larson, Hamlin, Blaney is the top 4. Byron, Logano, Truex, Elliott. So Elliott up to 8th. 8th or 9th? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So Keselowski's 9th. Still, 5 spots. That's tough. Very good segment right now by NBC talking about the rear diffuser and how to get downforce into these cars. All right, well, they're starting to get ready to line up. Little delayed here. Also going to lower it, but I'm not sure how to take off. And did I lower the front too? Yes, I lowered both. By lower, some people just take the springs all the way out. I actually took the springs out and cut the spring. I cut a little bit off the spring just to make it shorter. So I found that better. So I still have a functioning suspension. It just sits lower. So basically, of the top little layer of spring, I just cut a piece of it off. Looks like there may have been a pit penalty for Noah Gregson. Is he at the back? Yeah, he's way back here in 27. So either he had a pit penalty or just was done goofed. This I have a problem with. Look at this. 7 laps into the stage and we haven't gone green yet. I don't like that. Oh, Hamlin into Larson. Oh, boy, we got contact here. Uh-oh, I see a wreck coming. I do not like those 3 blue cars. I see Custer in the middle. Or no, Keselowski in the bottom, Custer on the high side. And they're all stacking up. Logano is already to the lead. So on really fresh tires, it appears to do really well. Because Logano has gone to the lead. A sneaky fast car is Kyle Larson right now, by the way. And sneaky fast meaning he won the pole, but he's really done a pretty good job of finding a way to not just stay in the hunt here, but he's pretty darn quick. There goes the 5. The 5 is into second. There's a little smoke off of somebody. Okay. Blaney up into 5th, gets around Truex. Tell you what, Blaney's had a hell of a season. I would hate for him to miss the playoffs on the format. He's been fantastic. He has been steady and consistent and just run well enough. All right, Hamlin and Chastain now battling for the 3rd position. And it looks like the 1 is going to go ahead and let him by. Clean air has definitely been something that helped Ross Chastain that first run, but it is not working out well in this second run here. Custer and Keselowski now battling for the 7th position. That's our biggest noticeable battle on the racetrack right now. Do I take the 4th of the spring? I usually took about 1 round. So I took the top of the spring, went around it once, and took 1 level down. Power steering on the 41, it sounds like, might be his issue. But he is smoking. I mean, we're seeing some smoke. They're showing the Custer car. Sounds like a power steering issue, and it's kind of smoking a lot as he gets into the corner. And now he is back to 9th. He was running in the 7th position, so real tough way to end the day. But I will say, Stewart Haas, outside of Kevin Harvick, they showed up with speed today. Almirola has run. He is all the way up into the 10th position. 11th? Depends. He's battling Byron. But Almirola up there. Custer's up there. 13th is 14th is Chase Briscoe. Harvick up to 12th. I thought Harvick was back in 20th still. So, but SHR showing up with some speed today. Blaney has caught Ross Chastain, so Chastain's speed is a problem. He is not holding a very good line, and it does not appear to be something that's just air-based. It seems like his car has lost some pace to everyone else. I mean, he's running 24.8s. That is the slowest of anyone all the way back to Custer with the power steering problem. So leaders are running 24.6s. Fastest car on the track right now, Denny Hamlin with a 24.5. Looks like they are 1 and 2 seconds back of Joey Logano, but we'll see how Joey Logano's car holds on for the long run. Man, look at this. Blaney is running 4th. Do we really want the guy running 4th to miss the postseason? Ty Gibbs got sent up the racetrack by Kyle Busch, but Ty Gibbs chops Kyle Busch and then throws him up the racetrack. I don't like that. That is, talk about entitlement. Yikes, that could get, I'm not going to lie, I'm with Kyle Busch on that one. I mean, Gibbs, I'm telling you, Gibbs, he chopped Kyle Busch. I don't think his spotter told him that that Kyle Busch was down there, but that punt up the racetrack seemed a bit excessive. All right, other guys up in the running now. Eric Almirola has risen to 9th. Chase Elliott up to 7th. So these are guys that have started way further back in the field that have risen to 7th and 9th on the day. We'll see where they end up. Lap times look pretty decent. It looks like Denny Hamlin's still the fastest on the racetrack. So it looks like the long run, if you're going to win this race, you're going through Denny Hamlin. Thank goodness all he did was knock him up the hill. I tell you, if he bumps Kyle Busch and spins him out and wrecks his car there, Kyle Busch is going to be completely out of Joe Gibbs Racing. You can guarantee he's not re-signing if that happened. Nah, that's not a W on Gibbs. You Elliott fans. I'm an Elliott fan, but even I know Kyle Busch got chopped and then punted. So Gibbs chopped him. Nothing he could do because he was already clearly there. And then gets punted in the next corner. Aw, hi kitty boy. I'm watching a race right now. I got a kitty here wants to watch a race. He'll just have to wait. All right, now we're under commercial. Let me look at some more lap times while we're at it. We got 24.8, 24.6, 24.9. So the battle up front is starting to tighten up. Kyle Larson is catching Joey Logano, and so is Denny Hamlin. 4.5 back to Ryan Blaney, so he's a ways back there. But Chastain, Truex, and Elliott are all kind of bundled up in the same little section. So I assume all three will kind of come together. Keselowski not too far off that, so he may end up coming into that battle as well. And Eric Almirola, he's chugging right along. He's going to get there too. So we're going to have a battle from about fifth on back to ninth here in just a little bit. All right. Kyle Busch still back in 17th, man. They are just not clicking right now. Yeah, I can see Ross Chastain sliding all over. He's got to be eating them tires alive. Here comes Almirola. He has caught Brad Keselowski. Ty Gibbs just to the top of the racetrack. I don't know if that was intentional or not. Kyle Busch and Ty Gibbs are about to make my day if this keeps going. All right, Kyle Busch and Ty Gibbs. I'm telling you, this is going to be fun. I'm liking this battle. They are going hard. All right, let's look back down here. Kyle Larson still about a half second back, so nothing really changing up at the front. Again, Chastain, Truex, Elliott, Keselowski, and Almirola all sort of gaggled up. It's not super close, but they are kind of gaggled up there. Kevin Harvick has risen to 10th, so he is kind of coming forward. Looks like he's got a really good car. I think Ty Gibbs might find himself in the wall. That'll be an interesting day. All right. Still watching here. Doesn't look like anything changing up front. Looks like everyone's kind of spaced out. They're showing the best battle on the racetrack right now, which is the Gibbs-Busch battle. The only other one would be the Almirola battle. Don't do it, kitty cat. Don't you do it. No. Here comes Almirola on Keselowski. I'm going to have to grab a cat. He's being a pain. Come on. Oh, he dropped. Okay. Now I can go back. Tell you, my cat was messing around. He jumps on everything. Okay. So Almirola has now, looks like pretty much confirmed he's going to get 8th. Almirola up to 8th. I'm telling you, he's got speed all of a sudden. All right, let's see here. Lap time wise, everyone's running in the 24.9 to 25.0, 25.1 kind of bracket. Doesn't really seem like anyone's super, off on either side of that. It looks like, from lap to lap, a couple of guys will maybe have a tough lap, but really close competition at this point, 45 laps into the run. But, if you're going to split this thing, 160, if you're going to split it right in half, you got to go 80 laps. if they're going to split it 3, you would want to go, I think, 50 and 50 about. 50 and 51, somewhere in that ballpark. Ty Gibbs is, I think, going to let him go this time. Boy, they are really running wide. I'm loving it. Watch out. Eric Almirola is coming. I think that's the one to watch. Well, I shouldn't say that because Denny Hamlin's starting to close back in, too. So the lap times have fallen off 2 full seconds. Well, you know what that means, though, is a guy like Ryan Blaney stops just 2 laps ahead of everyone else. He jumps up and could be right there with that battle for the lead. Guys, green flag stops are coming. Don't go to commercial. Oh, no. NBC's going to go to commercial and miss the green flag stops. Oh, no. That's bad. Okay, guys. Well, I'll try to keep watching the scoring monitor to see where we're at. Oh, here we go. For some reason, my chats aren't loading. There we go. Welcome back, KFC. Rusty Wallace commercial. All right, so Eric Almirola has moved his way into 7th. Trying to see if anyone's stopped yet. Looks like William Byron. Is he stopped or is he just that far back? No, he's just that far back. Ugh. Talk about running top 10, and he's now all the way back to 15th. Yikes. And trying to see if anyone has stopped yet. Does not appear so. So nobody on pit road quite yet. I would recommend Noah Gregson come in soon, or as soon as he's close to going a lap down. He's pretty close now, but either the minute you get past, you come in, or you can come in just before you're going to get past. But come in, get some tires. That'll help at least cycle you out a little bit and give you some breathing room for a couple of laps. But yeah, we'll have to see. So watching the lap times, 25.1 to 25.3 kind of seems to be the pace being set. All right, looking at a future of Chandler Smith's career. I think he's going to get a championship in one of the top 3 series. I think he's the favorite for the Truck Series, honestly, right now. He has been running the most consistent. I don't see future Cup champion in there. Maybe Xfinity with Gibbs. If he's with Gibbs and Xfinity, maybe, but I don't see a Cup champion there. Cup champions, you see it early, you know. Like Ty Gibbs, you see a future Cup champion there. You see that it's possible. Frankly, I didn't see a future Cup champion in William Byron either, and I still don't. So, I mean, we'll see, but wow, utter chaos around Denny Hamlin and Kyle Larson right now. Larson had to go right through the middle. 54 laps in. If you're going to split this stage into a 2-stopper, Logano is already in, guys. Joey Logano has come in. A lot of cars coming. Larson, Hamlin, Blaney will stay out. Elliott, Keselowski, everyone coming. Everyone's coming second lap around. When Ty Dillon passes both Busch and Gibbs, Ty Gibbs is to the top 10. Oh, to the 10. No, Ty Gibbs is going to run the Gibbs. He is not running outside of the Gibbs organization. Kyle Larson. Ooh, it's going to be close. I don't know if he beat Hamlin out or not. It's going to be really close. Another longer-ish stop for Keselowski. We'll see if he is able to get that to work. Custer is still out there. Actually, I love the call for Custer. You already have enough trouble with the steering. You may as well try a two-stopper. You may as well do something different because you're not going to win straight up. So I totally understand Custer, Stenhouse, Gregson, all three of those guys basically can just sit there and run exactly how they are. And, worst case scenario is you fall behind, but you're already behind. So your best case scenario, caution comes out, and you're one of the 5 cars on the lead lap. And look at that. The difference in time. Kyle Larson is now 3 seconds back of Joey Logano. Yeah, power steering for Custer, that's going to be a problem. Anyone in Xfinity you think is a future champion, not Ty Gibbs? I don't think so. I don't see anyone in Xfinity that really makes me think future champion. Yeah, none that I can think of. Go. Hey, welcome in, Llama Racing. What are you whining about, kitty cat? Oh, you're fine. You just can't be on my desk. I know. I wasn't home. I was out at the racetrack all yesterday, so I guess he wasn't happy. Let's see here. Where/how do the brace attach to the hood? I used magnets instead of just glue, but you could theoretically just glue them back in there. You don't remember, if you watch the video, you actually have to peel it off with a screwdriver. There's a bracket that mounts to the hood. Who is that way up high? So with the two-stop strategy, the guys I see that aren't on it are Stenhouse and Gregson. So I like the call. I really do, because they only have 14 laps, and then they're pitting, and that's their last stop of the stage. I like that call. I think it's going to it won't win them the stage, but it may keep them on the lead lap. That's the key, is can they stay on the lead lap? Have I seen Kyle Larson's Phoenix win the paint? One of the lug nuts silver because one was missing, so it wasn't yellow. That's actually kind of funny. I don't know. I never liked the lug nut penalty in the first place. I was always like, look, if the wheel's gonna fall off, it's gonna fall off. You know, I usually figure that the wheel, if it's too loose, you know, like Elliott's was at Nashville, he lost a ton of positions just trying to ride it out. So it's a self-solving problem. Wow, Truex is falling back. His car on fresh tires is not a very good car. I can't say I'm too disappointed, though, with the run of Stenhouse. I still think he's doing the right thing here. Reddick is already 2 laps down. Yeah, that's not good. I'm telling you, it's tough. RCR is not good today. I love a good long run strategy race. By the way, Ty Gibbs is just in front of Joey Logano, so Ty Gibbs is in danger of going a lap down now. I like Stenhouse's strategy here. I think Stenhouse is he's not gonna win the stage or nothing, but Stenhouse is going to stay on the lead lap. I don't know if it's the best call in terms of trying to win a race, but it's certainly gonna be something that helps him stay on the lead lap because it's such a different strategy. Because it's allowing him to go out there and run, 9/10 of a second off the pace right now, but he knows here in 6 laps he's gonna pit, he's gonna get fresh tires, and he's gonna be good to go. The real question comes down to, because they actually came in, or they didn't start the stage till 7 laps or 8 laps into it, do they stop at 80 or 84 or 87, something like that? All right, Chastain running 25.2s to a 24.8. Ooh, Chastain's pace is not good. Guys, I'm telling you, Stuart Haas is coming. Alric Almirola up to 6th. He's going to get Ricky Stenhouse in the next lap or two, and you're going to see Aric Almirola in the top 5, and suddenly there's another threat to win up at the front. Wow. Woofda. There it is. Almirola to the top 5. He just got by. Did anyone buy the Kane sheet metal on my eBay? No, not yet. I gotta see the Racing Warehouse may be interested in taking it as a partial trade towards a Brett Moffitt piece that I was kind of looking for. So, but yeah, so far it's still available. I decided that I'm only going to get Larson's Phoenix win, the champion logo, standard paint scheme in 124 because Elliott is my favorite driver, but Larson is second. No, I hear you there. I have Larson Sprint Car is one I really would like to get signed here at some point. That's a pretty cool one. Tell you what, Elliott needs to stop running in the guy's tire tracks. There he goes. Now he runs up a lane. But like every time he closes in on someone and then he runs right behind them, they block the air. All right, so they just showed the battle. Elliott has gone by both Chastain and Stenhouse up to 7th. So our top 7 now are all on the same cycle. Top 8 now as Chastain gets by. So, yeah, looks like that has ratcheted out pretty well. Chris Buescher and Keselowski running together. So good run for the RFK bunch. They've done a pretty good job today. Let's see. Planning on getting Harvick's 2021 Subway Playoff car. Briscoe 124th 2021 throwback, and Briscoe's 164 performance. Well, I do have the Subway Elite for Kevin Harvick's Subway car, but I don't have any of the ARCs at the moment. Oh, 164, getting Larson's Phoenix win in 124, but I'm not going to chassis swap it. Gotcha. Yeah, no, the chase one is when it's your favorite drive. You don't want to chassis swap a bunch of them. It's a lot of time. You know, getting a donor chassis is not necessarily the easiest thing in the world, so it's definitely not worth doing all of them. All right, up front, Kyle Larson has knocked about half a second off of Joey Logano's lead, but it's still kind of just chilling there. Like, I know people are probably going to look at this and say it's boring, but this is a pure strategy race. You need to have the ticker in front of you for this race. This is the race where watching the scoreboard's fun. Said you're looking at the lap times and you're like, okay, leaders are running 24.9s, Denny Hamlin 24.8, still fast. And then you go back down the list. Eric Almirola, 24.8. Okay, he's coming. We know that. We know 24.7. Kevin Harvick, fastest car on the racetrack. Kevin Harvick, he's coming. 24.8 coming out of Chase Elliott's car. Like, we got some good speed all the way about down through that field. I think Stenhouse coming this time. This time for Stenhouse, he's coming in from the 12th position. Oh, he missed pit road and hit the 19. Is the 19 all good? He drilled him. The Stenhouse car just missed pit road, drilled Truex in the left rear, and it looks like Truex is fine. That's incredible. He absolutely smoked him. Looks like Truex is all right, but man, he smoked him when he came out. That was not slight contact. Can anyone afford elites anymore over $100? Not by much. Maybe one of the Kansas wins someday, but not planning to at the moment swap any of those. Boy, looks like Truex is all right. Kyle Busch has worked his way up to 12th, so good run there. Kyle Larson, by the way, knocked 0.8 off now. He is closing. Oh, man. Oh, no. Now we got a too fast entering. So that pretty much ruins that strategy. We will never know what that would have been because he just came out on track. And unfortunately, if you don't execute, it's not going to help. So, yeah, Stenhouse is going to lose a lot of time there. But right now, Noah Gragson has already made his pit stop. He's 2 laps down, but he's running 24.5s to the leader's 25.0. It's not great, but it will give him the opportunity to be on the lead lap once these guys pit. So for the next probably about 20 laps, he'll have the fresh tires, and we'll see if he can catch up some of that ground and eventually get close enough to be on the lead lap if a yellow were to come out right after, the lead cars all come into pit. So that's the strategy they're kind of going with at this point. Kevin Harvick, oh yeah. No, I wasn't too mad at it. Found a way to take the roll cage off the next gen Elite. Not yet. I just took one apart Friday, or not Friday, it was Wednesday. And then I went down to National, so I haven't messed around with it too much yet, but I still got some work to do on it to see what I can do with it. So Joey Logano still setting pace out front, but Larson has chopped a full second now off that lead. Denny Hamlin has chopped a little bit of time off as well, but they're just kind of riding there. I will say Eric Almirola's pace has dropped just a little bit. He has dropped off the back of Blaney. Guys that have pace still rolling forward. Looks like Harvick has got decent pace, but this is just one lap I'm looking at too, so he may have just had a tough lap. So Chastain's still dropping, man. Chastain back to 11th. So something's up with that one car. Either they broke something or just did not keep up with the adjustments, but they have really fallen off this run. Did Chase Briscoe just run the wall the entire way? Please, I want to see that. I would love to see them entering and homesteading this racetrack. Clear up by the wall, just rip riding. Oh, that'd be so fun. Doesn't seem like something that would work, but hey, I'm on board. I might get an Elliott 2022 124 Elite, but I don't know if I want the 2020, 2021, or 2022 Elite. I usually get each standard paint scheme in Elite. But again, because of the price of these cars, I don't know how long that's going to last either. I may have more of those could be coming available too, just so that way I can keep the website open. Oh, if you're watching TV right now, the Coca-Cola commercial is on. She's trying to TikTok dance on her front porch. Oh no! Somebody interrupted her TikTok. He was delivering their DoorDash with a drink carrier on a motorcycle. He is a legend. Unsung heroes. Drink carrier on a motorcycle. Am I going to get Elliott's 2022 A-Shock? I'll get one of them at least and review it, but I don't have any pre-orders on them, so I don't think I'll have it on the site. That's right, we got 2 weeks till Darlington. September 3rd and 4th. All right, what's Gragson's pace? Oh, he's up here now. Gragson's still running 24/7, so he's still running about half a second faster than the leader. Not a huge deal right now. He's still way back there, but the biggest key to this is going to be when they all come into pit here in about 10 laps, he's going to be able to be back on the lead lap and, if he's lucky, catch a yellow. Oh, Brett Busher coming in really early. 10 laps early. Here comes Hamlin early as well. We got some early comers to pit road. Larson and Logano in. I would wait until 50 to go. You may as well take advantage of your tire differential. Go ahead, let him run the extra 10 laps. All right, here come all the lead lap cars. Oh no, huge issue on the 9 again. Another big problem. This is going to be a 14, 15 second stop. Oh, it's only 13, 14, 1, 13, 1. Not bad, but another poor stop. 10.7 for Chastain. That entire round of pit stops has already taken place. Say what you want. Larson and Hamlin cut about 2 seconds, close to 2 seconds. Looks like 2.8 and 3. So Hamlin gained a lot of spots, but boy, he kicked that round of pit stops off pretty early. All right, so they're showing the current issue. They said they may have had a left rear loose on the 12, but he seems fine, so I think he's going to run it out. I don't think that locking mechanism is all it takes, but we'll see here. They have a dual case, one signed at Kansas, and it is the champion. I feel like his champion 124 Elite. Put that in the Phoenix as well. I think the two I would do in a case, if I had a dual case, would be the Baja Blast that I got signed, along with that other one. Christopher Bell back in. So Bell looks like his day is going to hit a big snag here soon. All right, we got 50 laps to go, guys, and there are only 14 cars on the lead lap, and there are more coming into pit road. So we'll see here. Oh, it was a penalty for Bell. Truex Jr.'s a lap down. Oh, man. Ty Dillon. Sorry, I about just had a thing there. So Gibbs just had an engine issue. looks like his night or his competitive day is about over. But Ty Dillon, guys, he is running 13th, and this is not a fluke. This is on legit speed. Ty Dillon, 13th place run. Well done on that 42 car. I mean, what a good job to stay in the top 12 or 13, I guess, but staying on the lead lap. He's ahead of Byron and Truex and Bubba and Gregson. Like, he's outrunning these guys. Well done. All right, he's coming up to Ty Dillon now. Wow, only 13 cars on the lead lap, guys. I asked about during the stream when you were playing COD, but I forgot your answer. How many wins and championships will Elliott have at the end of his career? I hope he can reach, this is a hope, I hope he can reach 50. I think it's going to be somewhere in the high 30s, 40s in terms of total career wins, and 3 to 5 championships. I do think he'll get 2-3. I mean, he's just too good of a points racer. He's too good at running in the playoffs. You never know. He could be done winning championships already, but it just seems like he's starting to really hit a good stride. So we'll see, of course, but that's just where I think that's kind of where he's at. He could get to 7 theoretically. I just think with this format, it's too hard to get. Now that being said, I'm watching Ty Dillon's lap times are 1/10 slower is all. He's only 1/10 off of Joey Logano, so it's going to be hard for Logano to get around him. Ross Chastain is not too far ahead of him, so Chastain and Dillon could easily get side by side and really bottle up Logano and really hurt his lap times, and that could be a lot for getting Larson and Hamlin to his back bumper. Do I have Sam Mayer's truck win from Bristol? I do. I do have that car. All right. Yep, there we go. I just see they just got back from commercial. You can see Logano right behind a side-by-side Dillon and Chastain battle. But Chastain looks like he'll pretty much lose the spot. And Truex is catching him. So Truex may very well put a fight on Logano to stay on, to try and get his lap back. And like I said, as I'm watching, that lead of his is down. It's dropping, and it's dropping relatively quickly. Wow, this is going to get good, guys. As Logano has caught that battle of the 1 and 42, Kyle Larson has chopped a full second off that lead, and it's coming down quickly. Ty Dillon is ripping the fence. What's his lap time? Ty Dillon running 24.8s up there. That's really quick. Almirola currently showing as the fastest car on the track in 6th. Don't look now, ladies and gentlemen, that Kevin Harvick has entered the 4th position. Eric Jones would be like 12th in regular season points. I think he'd actually be 14th. At least today, he's had a little bit rough day. I think Elliott, Blaney, Logano, and Hamlin will be the final four, and Elliott will win the championship with 8 wins. Oof, 8 wins. That's a high ask. He's got to get 5 more by the end of the year. That's a big number, man. Oh, did you say 8 wins? He has 4 wins. I keep forgetting it. He needs 4 wins. It's very possible, especially with the Glenn and the Roval. Well, Truex, or not Truex, sorry, Logano seems to be pretty well stuck behind Chastain. So it may stay at 13 cars on the lead lap, maybe go up to 14 if Truex can get there. But that being said, Larson's right there too. I think looking at the Chastain, or not, sorry, not the Chastain, but I'm looking at the strategy that Noah Gragson's team pulled. He is currently running 18th, 1 lap down. He's definitely still off the pace. He's going to get caught by a couple of guys, but 18th is still a gain. So running that one-stop strategy, again, we still got 30 laps to go, so no guarantee, but any yellow comes out from here to the end of the stage, and he comes out ahead. Let's see here. Still can't believe that Kyle Larson has only 1 win this year after last year's success. It's a little surprising, but last year a lot of things went right, and it's a whole new car, so it's not super surprising to me. I think it more has to do with I just see that he's raced a good season. He just hasn't had as many of the breaks go his way. It's, he used to be able to run through traffic so easily he didn't need to catch a break. Now, when you make a mistake, you can't just drive through the whole field. How many races he's had good cars, made a mistake, and then it's cost him. All right, so Martin Truex is still hanging around there. Oh, now we've got a good spot. Chastain side by side with a lap car. Truex needs to run up high. Try to get a run on Logano because he's running right in his tire tracks. You're not going to catch him doing that. I mean, you're putting yourself in the dirty air. I don't get that. Like, these guys, it's been half a year. You know that the diffuser likes clean air. Put your car where the clean air is. There he goes. He goes to the middle now. I believe Suarez is 2 down, right? Yeah, Daniel Suarez is 2 laps down, so different battle going on there. Oh, wow, why am I still down here? Let's get back up to the leaders. Here goes Truex. Now he's got to run. Well, that was Truex's shot. It looks like he missed it, so I think he's going to be stuck a lap down here because he's now side by side and now passed by Daniel Suarez. So, looking at lap times on the racetrack, guys, Kevin Harvick is fast. Kevin Harvick is fast. Ryan Blaney is fast. Chris Buescher is fast. The Fords seem to have found some speed on the long run. I don't know what it is, but boy, they are fast. That being said, Ty Dillon, 12th position. Well done. Tip of the cap. All right. And it looks like Noah has gone 2 laps down now. Wow, busy pack right in front of the Elliott and Briscoe battle. That's what they're showing on the screen right now. Briscoe still P9. Yeah, Briscoe with a strong one. I'm telling you, Stewart-Haas is strong today. You've got Harvick, Almirola, Briscoe, and even Custer was great until the power steering issue. So, like, the speed has been there. All right, looks like this one may just tick down to the end pretty slow. Doesn't look like anything crazy is on the horizon. It really does appear Clean Air has a big gap to play in this because it doesn't. I mean, once Logano caught Chastain, he has yet to pass him. So, working lap traffic is going to be huge. Looks like Suarez is going to try and get one of his laps back on the high side. He's got a good run. I think Suarez is going to get that lap back. I think Chastain's going to help him too. He's just going to keep running up high. Oh boy, what a battle. It's going to be a battle there right behind Logano. Oh, I don't care about these little ads. Come on, NBC, let's get back to the race. Wow, what a gaggle of cars. Oh man, honestly, the battle for Truex to get his lap back is the best battle on the track right now. It's the best. Oh, here comes Truex. All right, here he comes. He's got to run on Logano to try and get that lap back. So one more car has now been added to the lead lap. I thought it was going to go the opposite direction. And boy, Logano's lap times have fallen off a cliff. Here comes Kyle Larson. A lot of heavy traffic for Logano, and it appears to have really not helped his tires. It appears Joey Logano's tires are going away, and going away quickly. Oh, I didn't check to that. New guy in the free pass position is Bubba. Well done. Getting back up there. Eight to go. Kyle Larson, 7/10 of a second back. Six to go. I'm telling you, this stage battle is going to come. It's going to get close. Oh boy, guys, this is a pretty solid race. 23 is now the lucky dog, yes, but he's also catching Joey Logano. Telling you, if Kyle Larson gets there and they're side by side, Bubba's right behind Kyle Larson. Denny Hamlin is also there with 3 to go. He's not going to get there now. Logano has cleared. Hoofda. Two to go in the stage. Pretty uneventful. Maybe Hamlin has enough to challenge Kyle Larson, but it does not look like it. Obviously, it looks like the biggest battle is going to be Almirola Blaney. White flag, last lap of the stage. So Logano gets a stage win, but boy, it did not look strong at the end of that run. Blaney and Almirola will come up. So the Fords have suddenly out of nowhere shown up and been much, much faster than they have all year, right at the right time. And the rest of the stage finishers go Larson, Hamlin, Harvick, Blaney, Almirola, Buescher, Elliott, Briscoe, and Kyle Busch. Last cars on the lead lap remain Keselowski, Dillon, Chastain, and Truex. So Kyle Busch up to 10th. Ty Dillon hanging out in the top 12. Brad Keselowski still remaining in the top 12 as well. So good runs for those guys. Both RFK cars in the top. I mean, of the guys on the lead lap, we have 7 Fords. So of all the cars on lead lap, 7 of them are Fords. If you have a rain delay, yeah, just watch it on the laptop. You gotta be discreet. All right. Oh man. Not too tired. Said it was a late night. All right, so that's our current situation. Let's see our 1 lap down guys. Oh, this is us. Oh, Gregson did stay only 1 lap down. Well, there you go. I think that was a great call. Looks like I think he would have been further back than that. I think he very easily could have ended up 2 laps down in all that mess. The scoring's messed up. That's why it's showing them all back and forth. Can't seem to figure them out. All right. Well, we're going to be coming back to yellow flag pit stops. Yeah, Universe. I remember seeing Casey Kane win. I didn't get to see him win. I got to see the highlights afterwards because I asked the teacher. Because remember, we didn't have laptops in school at the time. They existed, but not every school had them. And so I asked my teacher. They had the TV up in the corner of the room, and to turn it to a certain channel. And literally, as it turned on, it was literally the wrap up of the race, and it was just showing Kane doing burnouts. And I was like, well, there you go. He won again. So I saw Wallace win in band class. Elliott during. Well, Elliott I'm not sure when the bubble one happened. All I know is because I have a computer at work, I can just turn one of the screens on to, wherever it needs to be, and it works. All right. Pretty crisp stop for Joey. But I think Larson beat him. Yes, Larson, first off pit road. No big movers. Just Larson getting the lead. Almirola did pop over Blaney, and Briscoe hopped over Elliott. Otherwise, no big moves on the yellow flag pit stops. All right, 170 laps are going to be in this stage 3. So with 170 laps, you're going to see probably green flag about lap 7 to 10, somewhere in there. They'll have 160 to go. You'll probably see them stop about 55 laps in, then 110 laps in, and then that'll put them up for a 60-lap run to the end. So it'll be 55, 55, and 60-ish. They may not obviously match those laps exactly, but they will probably be pitting in those areas. I can't imagine anyone 4 stops it or 3 stops it. If you were to 3 stop it on this strategy, you would be looking at a stop. Let's see. You would be looking at a stop every 40 laps. So you'd stop at 40, 80, and 120, 130, basically. So it'd actually be more like lap 50, lap 90, and lap 130. I don't know if that's worth it or not. It might be, but I honestly don't know. Because the thing is, you have all that time to make up that gap in tires. You know, making a 1 versus a 2 stop, you have to make up an entire pit stop. A 2 versus a 3, you have two different. They have 2 stops and you have 3, so you only are making up 1 stop, but you have multiple over the course of multiple stops to do it. I would say, I don't know, I'd be interested. I think if you're a guy that's not really in contention by the time the first 40 laps rolls by, so, you know, if you got to be somebody like Briscoe, Elliott, Busch, Keselowski. Yeah, Keselowski would be a perfect gambler. You know, but if they're 45, 50 laps into this run and they're not in any position to go win this race, I say go for the 4 stop or the 3 stop. Go ahead, try it. I think it'll work. Let's see. I have a friend named Christopher Bell, so in my contacts. Xbox or PlayStation? I am an Xbox. Let's see, Hulu on my phone. So, well, if you have a Bluetooth set of headphones, you can plug those into your ears with your phone in your pocket, and you can listen. Okay. Yeah, it's going to be about lap 10, it looks like. Heck with it. If you're Ty Dillon, I say go for broke. Go for the 4 stop. So I keep saying 4 stop. It's 3 stops. It's 4 total tire runs is what it would be. 4 tire runs on 3 stops. Yeah, Gragson running 20th. So pit strategy, I'd say worked. I think it worked rather well for him. But the key is you got to be different. You can't just follow the leader on those. Oh, Kyle Busch just got dumped by Chastain. Chastain goes around. There's the caution that Christopher Bell was looking for. And Ross Chastain sails it in too deep and dumps Kyle Busch. Oh, boy. I don't think Ross Chastain's very good at making friends. He cannot seem to just keep himself out of other people's cars. I understand racing hard, but look, you have to be in control of your car. You can't just run into people. Oh, boy. Oh, looks like Jones is busted. Oh, this might be Dillon. Let's see here. Nope. Just the one car. Just full-blown sends it. Oh, hard contact to the left rear of Truex again. Oh, man, they can't seem to catch a break here. It looks like William Byron is going to get his lap back. And this is where people say, what's wrong with Kyle Busch? Nothing's wrong with Kyle Busch. He's running 10th, but then he got dumped. Like, there's a certain point where he's going to have to say enough's enough and start hitting guys back. I mean, sometimes they're his fault, sometimes they're not. But it's not... That may just be a spotter miscue. See, that's the problem when you run into people, though, is you don't get the benefit of the doubt, because I'm looking at it now, and I don't think Kyle Busch knew they were 3 wide. Bo Wallace now up to 13th. So Kyle's all good to go, though, so nobody DNF'd out of it, except for Jones. His damage was pretty significant, but otherwise it looks like we're all right. I don't know why, but I like it when drivers flip each other off. Oh, I 100% do. I love seeing the attitudes. It's great. It looks like Dylan also took the wave around. I'm telling you, the wave around's a good gamble. Sometimes. It's a good gamble when you're going for broke. Can't tell if there's some anger going on between Busch and Chastain there. Question is, are they going to pick it up or are they going to go green? Nope, they're just going to go green. Well, nobody hit it, so... Oh, yeah, it's foam. Well, oh, they gave Logano the outside. Why'd they give Logano the outside? He's going to get the lead again. Why are people doing this? All right, so now it looks like Blaney is up to 4th, Harvick up to 3rd. Them Fords are here. Wow, they are flying. I just saw Chris Buescher sail all the way around the 9. Those Fords are good. We've been saying all summer what's going on with the Ford camp, and all of a sudden we're going to see 7 Fords in the top 10. Wow. Ford has shown up today. All right, Logano away with a half-second lead. We're going to have to wait a few laps before we can kind of really tell how the pace is going to settle out. Now running for the lucky dog, we got a few. Whoa, Christopher Bell just lost it. Question is, do you pit now? That was a few more laps on the tires. Oh, well, another lazy spin. Yeah, I didn't know if that was a piece of foam he threw out of his car, or if it sounded like Truex ran it over and kicked it up in the air. So we're not sure, but that's what they said. Okay, well, yellow out again. It sure looks like the Fords are here to play today. Kyle Larson's the only one that's actually not getting run over, or I shouldn't say run over, but stuck towards the back there. I think if you're, I think you got to come in and pit here. I think you got to come get some tires. Not necessarily everyone, but boy, I think now your strategy call has to change to the two stop no matter what. Because now we're 20 laps into the stage, and you could easily set yourself up for a good two-stopper from here. So, I think right now, if I had to be a crew chief on anyone behind 7th place Eric Almirola, including Almirola, by the way, but if I had to be behind Almirola, I am coming in and getting 4 fresh ones. There are currently 150 to go, and then I'm going straight 50 and 50 on the stages. Because you got to realize that I can go 50 and 50. Those other drivers have to go 60 and 60. That's going to be 30 laps different. They're going to have to run 10 extra laps on each set of tires that I wouldn't have to run. And so, yeah, it may not pay off right away, but as you get that luxury of getting to stop 10 laps later with a little less tire wear and all that, that's going to come into play. And pit stops are happening. Hassler in. Oh, how many people are in? Hassler, Truex. Blaney, Truex, Bubba. Who else is in? 7? Yep, that's the right call. I'm telling you. Hamlin and Blaney have the right call here. It's the right call. So that would mean. Good job, Ty Dillon. I like that call, too. Well, I like Hamlin's call here. See, Denny only fell to 11th, so. And if you notice, the guys that came into pit, Toyotas, a lot of Toyotas, 1 Ford, and a couple Chevys. Well, the Chevys were further back, so I don't really consider that. But let's see what we got, boys. I'm telling you guys. Yeah, 10 minutes of caution for a lazy spin. I 100% agree. This is unacceptable. Get the race going. It is taking way too long. When did that caution come out? They're already 2 hours into this race. You got to get going here. Let's see, timeline. Oh, it's not updated. There we go. 2:52. Oh, that's a pit stop. So, yeah, he's 2:51. So the caution comes out. They should be pitting on 2:53 and 2:54, restarting at 2:55. But they're going to restart at 2:57. It's like, get going, guys. That drives me nuts, man. All right, keep an eye on Denny Hamlin. First car with tires. Let's see where he ends up. Oh boy, we had a really wonky restart there. They are 4 wide on the backstretch at Richmond. Briscoe, stay in control of your car. You can't keep washing up and hitting people. Oh, man, these young guys, I don't get that. Like, I understand hard racing, but you can't just wash into people. I mean, luckily Larson was able to hold it and all, but I just don't like that concept or style of racing. Ryan Blaney going through the middle now. It is wild back here, man. That is for 10th. Hamlin has already reached the 9th position, though. Look at this battle for 8th, 7th. All right, so it looks like everything's calm up front for the most part. Bubba Wallace is going to squeeze Blaney into Busch almost. Going to have to nudge Busch up the hill. Blaney will. Hamlin up to 6th. All right, Hamlin is up to the 6th position, still moving forward. Blaney has only gotten up to 10th. I'm a little surprised that those tires haven't done more. I really thought the tires were going to mean a lot more than this. Ooh, Kyle Busch sails it in up high. All right, Denny Hamlin's got 2 for 1 coming up right in front of him if he can make the pass. I'm telling you guys, I'm just watching this race, and I am absolutely in awe of the wonderful racing we're getting. I mean, these guys are hanging out side by side, running literally from apron to wall. What a great racetrack this is today. Richmond is just showing that if you put it in the dead heat of summer, you get a heck of a good race. Ooh, I hear shifting out of Harvick. Those are some short. That's a short fifth gear. I mean, they shift pretty late on that straightaway for the RPM they're hitting. Yeah, the 23 is. I mean, he's up to 10th. Blaney has gotten back by him, so that does count. But on tires, it's Hamlin, Blaney, and Wallace are the three that have gotten tires and started coming forward. All right, so they're getting close. It's going to be lap about 60 to 70. Probably about lap 70, maybe 65. So lap 60 to 75 is when you will see the first round of pit stops take place. So we do have some good strategy coming up here. We're going to have a pit stops here in, probably 20 laps. So it is a decent time, a little gap yet. But when we get to pit stops, you're going to see the top 5 probably pit between 5 to 10 laps before Hamlin, Blaney, or Bubba. And that is by design. They took tires now, so they don't have to later. And I think that is a really good decision. So I'm telling you, they aren't going to get back to the lead before the first round of pit stops, but they very well may end up in the lead by the end of the second stint. That's where it comes down. Just wrecked in NASCAR 21? Well, don't do that. You're not going to win. All right, so we're going to keep moving here, checking the running order. Let's see where Gregson's at. I kind of want to keep track of him today. 23rd, so, just chilling back there. Kind of uneventful. Stayed out of trouble for the most part today. Hasn't gotten into any big messes. Chastain and Cindric running way back here. Chastain seems to be noticeably off the pace. Cindric and Keselowski also seem to be really, really off. I mean, Keselowski's car is just not doing well. He is the first car without tires, though, so he got shuffled back. With all them tire guys, they all flew by him, and he got caught in a lot of traffic there. And that's why it's like these guys that were able to stay out of the traffic are doing great. Kyle Larson, by the way, has fallen all the way to 6th. I don't know if there was some contact with the wall. Denny Hamlin and Kyle Larson make contact, battling for 5th. So I don't know if he got sent back to 5th, but he was running 2nd just a second ago, so I'm not sure what happened there. But Kyle Larson had contact, so we'll see if he can get that car righted and get back going the way he needs to. Looks like Elliott did get by. Larson has now fallen to 8th. So Larson appears the contact was severe enough to cause an issue because he is noticeably off the pace here. 25-1. He's a half second off each lap. Oh, okay. Here's the contact. The contact was with the 17. And then a little nudge to the left rear. Not bad, though. I mean, Larson was battling with the 14 and the 17. Hamlin kind of just stuffed it in there and got him a little loose, but no big hits to the wall or something that would, say, bend a toe link. So it looks like his car just did not agree with him this run, and it has really fallen off. So Briscoe, Buescher, and Hamlin are all battling right now for 3rd. Briscoe running way up on the wall. I mean, he is sending it down in there. Very curious to see what the lap time is for Chase Briscoe there. 24.7, that's pretty decent. It's not super fast, so I'm watching his times just to find out, is he running a line that it can actually make up a lot of ground? Doesn't look like it at the moment. All right, so Kevin Harvick is starting to run down Joey Logano for that lead, but keep your eyes open, guys. Chris Buescher has found his way to third. We're gonna get another winner, boys. I just feel it. I think Chris Buescher's gonna get the win and knock out Ryan Blaney. All right, so looking back up at the monitor, it looks like Harvick is starting to just kind of ease up the pace. He's right where he needs to be. I know that much. I think if you're Chase Elliott, I would run the same length as Denny Hamlin. All right, guys, we are about 8 to 10 laps from pit stops for the first batch of guys. We'll see who our first comer to pit road is. I think a guy like Almirola would be a perfect candidate for this because the cars have already fallen off just about a second and a half. So if he can get there just 2 laps, 3 laps ahead of a lot of the guys in front of him, he can gain a lot of ground without having to get into a lot of heavy traffic, which could really help him out. Kevin Harvick, by the way, is down to half a second behind Joey Logano, so he is coming. Joey Logano is going to have it here. Hey, wait a minute. KFC, where you at, bud? More bots. How do they get here? Gosh, I hate them. Block user, where is that? I got rid of him. I need, where's KFC? He was supposed to be watching for that. Oh, just listening. Okay. He just listened, so I needed, I was wondering because I was like, oh, shoot. Six tenths. I'm telling you, here comes Harvick. He's going to get there. All right, let's see. Denny Hamlin has now moved his way into 4th. Chase Briscoe falling back to 5th. All right, we are at that lap. This would be the lap. If they wanted to start and bring the pit stops in, they could do it now. It's a little early, but if someone wanted to, they're well within the window to make it happen. Looks like Elliott and Briscoe are now battling for the 5th position. All right, so we've got Blaney has not moved much further than 10th. He seems to be kind of stuck there. But again, this is the, I don't know, Blaney's on that alternate strategy. I don't think stopping for him would be quite the right option. $63. So the question is, they could theoretically push this thing all the way out to lap, let's see, lap 90 or 80 something if they want to go 20 more laps. But I think if you're gonna two stop it, now is the time. Blaney is in. Blaney has come. I like the call. This is a good chance to get in there, be faster than all those cars around you for a couple of laps, maybe get your way past all the way up into like the top 3. But it really comes down to who comes next. So Blaney has come, gone, and he is out. Let's see what the next group of guys does. Here they all come. Big group of cars. Logano, Harvick, Buescher, Elliott, Almirola, all coming in this lap. So, yeah, big time pit stop cycle, but Denny Hamlin's going to run out a little longer than everyone else. I'm telling you, I liked his pit strategy. He was good on the old tires. Seemed like it was kind of working for him, so... All right, 14's in. So Bell, Truex. Now, the guys that are running top 4 currently on the racetrack, those are guys that all pitted under that last yellow. So they have about 20 lap fresher tires. So, oh yeah, you missed the stupid bots. That's all it was. No, it's gonna get good here. We're gonna have some really good pit strategy coming all the way to the end. So everybody but the top 5 are a lap down right now. So that's part of it. But the lap times are going to be faster, so let's see what we get. Because if any yellow comes out before these guys unlap themselves, the whole thing changes. All right, so looking at the running order, Joey Logano is running 5th. His lap times are 0.8 of a second faster than Denny Hamlin. Ty Dillon had a violation on the stop. That's a bummer. He's running so well. All right, so Harvick. So now Buescher will be the next car to catch Denny Hamlin. It'll be Buescher, then Elliott. It will be the next 2 to unlap themselves. That's the key. Those 2 have to unlap themselves in case a yellow comes out. Here comes Buescher. Elliott about 2 seconds back, it looks like. So it'll be another couple laps. So yeah, basically what they're saying is if Denny Hamlin doesn't come the next 3 to 4 laps, you will know he's running on a one-stop strategy. If he does come, that means he's just going to run shorter final segments, and that very easily could help him. But he only has to go another, 20 laps. But the question is 20 laps going to work? Because in 20 laps, Joey Logano might be right on top of him. All right. Coming this time. So the 11 is going with the 3-stop or the same stop strategy. He's just going to have to run fewer laps on the last 2 segments. This thing's going to matter too. It's a little detail, but it's going to make a big difference as the run moves. All Gibbs cars came in all at once. Joey Logano will re-inherit the lead. Looks like Denny's good, but Again, the biggest thing, got to watch, no pit penalties. No pit penalty. You do not want to have that. Logano has about a 1 second lead on Kevin Harvick. A lot of traffic around him, though. They are in some hefty traffic. Oh, Briscoe is back in? Has a fire out the tailpipe, it looks like. Oh, it is smoking bad inside the car. Can he even see? You can see inside that right side window. Oh, big fire. Is he going to be able to breathe in there? They got a lot of smoke in that cockpit. I hope they're watching that. Well, Briscoe's run just goes up in smoke. That is unfortunate. He had a great run going today. And it looks like that run is going to come to a close. Now, that being said, I was watching some lap times and just kind of watching, and all of a sudden, our top five is all sorts of shook up. Our top five as they run are Logano, Harvick, Buescher, Elliott, and Almirola. So, whoa, what a shakeup. So I guess they got it out, and they're going to send Briscoe back out there. Okay, I guess, what is it? Fords with catching on fire? Fire on, yeah, no, whatever. Somebody find a Ford acronym for that. Okay, well, as they continue to run, Chris Buescher, only a second and a half back. Guys, I'm just saying, Chris Buescher, he is definitely in this race. It's very plausible that Chris Buescher is going to go out and potentially win this race. We will see, but I'm telling you, he is quick. As I say that, he runs a bad lap. He's probably hitting all that traffic now that I think about it. But with one pit stop remaining and 90 laps, that is plenty of time to run that all back down. All right, so with 90 laps to go, watching the leaders, Kevin Harvick still only 0.7 of a second back of Joey Logano. Chris Buescher, 1.6. Elliott, 3.0. So this race is going to be very interesting. I hope it stays green. All right, Denny Hamlin moves back into 6th. And he is noticeably faster, but he's got to get all the way back up to Logano. I think Hamlin's got a great shot at this race if it stays green. It all comes down to how he catches traffic and manages tires, but I think Denny's on the right strategy here. Yeah, Chase up to 4th. This season from Chase Elliott screams a championship caliber season. I mean, at races where he was no good, these are not his best tracks. He's up there running 4th, top Hendrick car, and just, I mean, staying out of trouble. Just doing a good job of executing the race and staying up there, and look at where he sits. You know, he's in a position that if things go right, he could win. You know, it would not be a winning type of day, but he's there. So, all right, looking up at that lead again, Denny Hamlin still got a lot of running down to do, but he's got, you know, looks like he's got 86 laps to do it. Buescher win, can't pass the leader. Even Harvick stalled out earlier, couldn't get close. Yeah, the thing it comes down to though is traffic. I mean, Harvick is there. He's 0.4 back. As Logano said, every time he gets near traffic, his car really gets very squirrely. All right, final spot. As long as nobody new wins. All right, Harvick is there. So Harvick has closed. He is right up behind Joey Logano, but he goes right in behind him. Gotta run a different line if you want to catch him. You cannot run right in the tire tracks. It doesn't work. Denny Hamlin continues to trim the lead down, 5.5 back of Joey Logano. And if this pace continues, he should get there. Got 20 laps. You know, he's getting 2 to 3 tenths a lap. That should be a few seconds on this run. Should be able to do pretty much the same thing on the next run. So, now the TV notices Chris Buescher. All right, Denny has now caught and gotten around Almirola, or at least is battling with him. Chase Elliott will be a quick next one that he gets. And then from there, it'll be off to try and catch all the Fords. Oh, Chris Buescher is closing quick. Tell you what, these two front runners are eating up their tires. All right, Harvick on there again. Okay, now watching some more of these. Looks like everything is somewhat stabilized. Denny Hamlin is closing, so he's the next one to really start closing in on these leaders. Of the guys that also ran that strategy, like Christopher Bell and Kyle Busch, they have not come forward very quickly, so it looks like it's going to be Denny versus the Fords coming down to the end. Oh, Harvick's almost there. He is not going to get the run he needs. But I tell you what, Joey Logano has caught traffic, and you're going to see Denny Hamlin chop, I mean chunks off this lead. You're going to see Denny Hamlin running off 3, 4, 5 tenths a lap. Harvick to the outside for the lead. Oh, he's going to cross him over. Really hooking the bottom well. Harvick is still there. Can't clear, though. And all of this while Chris Buescher and Denny Hamlin get closer and closer. Four car with a run. He is to the high side. Denny Hamlin just chopped over half a second off that lead. In that little battle for the lead, he just chopped a half a second off, and we still got another set of pit stops to go. So, I don't know, guys. It sure looks like Denny Hamlin's got this in the bag. I shouldn't say in the bag. There's a lot of racing to go. Okay, so watching the lap times again, just keeping an eye on them. Looks like Denny Hamlin still fastest. He's down to a 3-second gap. He's going to get there. The question is, how soon? Because in the next 10 laps, they're coming back to pit road. So in 10 laps, you are going to see these guys come back to pit road and get another shot at it. And this is where I think if you're somebody who really wants to try and win this race that's more than, 4 or 5 seconds back, as I said, this is a perfect spot where I think if you're Chase Elliott, go for the win. Go for the win. Go try to win it. Right now, or I guess it looks like he's got clean traffic, but the minute you get into the next batch of traffic, if there hasn't been pit stops yet, be the first one down there. All right, looks like Buescher has a lot of traffic to deal with trying to catch Joey. All right, we have hit the 60 to go mark. And like I said, any time now, you could start seeing these pit stops. And Denny Hamlin's pace has not been able to match Kevin Harvick. So Kevin Harvick, once he got past, has driven away. He is up to a 2-second lead on Joey Logano already. So Joey Logano's car has gone away. Chris Buescher is in. Chris Buescher to pit road. He's going to be the first one in. He's going to take his chance to go win this race. I love the call. Absolutely love it. He's coming a little early just to give himself a shot. Yeah, 3 wide on the outside. That's exactly what I was thinking. The minute traffic hits, you got to come. Harvick in. Logano in. Elliott in. Here they all come, boys. It is time for the final round of pit stops. He was about 4 seconds back at the time of the stop. So if he can execute and have any issue on Harvick's car, Buescher's got a shot. That's all he's got, though, is a shot. All right, Buescher has gotten by Logano. All right, I can't see the score. It just says lap down. I need to see where is Buescher. All right, the rest of them are going to run 10 more laps. We'll see where that puts them. Tell you what, Christopher Bell has an amazing pace right now. He is absolutely flying. Like, considering how bad his tires were, he doesn't even have new tires and he's booking. Well, as I say that, he has a bad lap. I can't win. Six away. And then we'll see the 11. So they just got a confirmation he will be coming. So Buescher still has a big gap. Kevin Harvick must have absolutely nailed his pit stop because there's Buescher now coming up to Hamlin. But all of that is going to be 2 to 3 seconds off of where Kevin Harvick is. Now, he can still run him down. The question is, does he have enough time? Larson back in? No, he just came in. Okay, he was running long. I was going to say, I was like, he just give that up? No, he didn't. All right, Truex has come in. These guys coming a little early, but like I said, I'm looking at the pace that Bell and Hamlin have, and it's pretty good. So Hamlin is going to stick straight to the number. We'll see what that does when the late part of this race comes around. Chris Buescher, he's going to be second as soon as Hamlin makes that pit stop. Hamlin is coming. So this time by Hamlin will hit pit road, and a free-for-all will... oh boy, it's going to be fun. Let's see where Hamlin comes out. He's going to have to be closer than 8 seconds when he gets off pit road. I don't think he can make that. I just don't think you can close in enough. Oh, we have an issue on Hamlin's pit stop. This strategy is all but over. It's not a ton, but he lost a spot to Bell there, so he lost at least 2-3 seconds on pit road. And that's what racing is all about. You got to execute every stage of the race, and it looks like just like that, the poor execution is going to cost him. All right, so Chris Buescher 1 second back and closing on Kevin Harvick. So Hamlin now 14 seconds back. That will all but eliminate him from contention. I do not think he's going to make that up now. Even with the speed he's got, like Bell running, 24 flats, 0.2 a lap for, 50 laps is only going to get you, 10 seconds. And he is 13 back. So it's going to take a lot more than just running down for him to get there. But that being said, Kevin Harvick is in traffic. Keselowski and the 47 are side by side right in front of him. And this is exactly what Chris Buescher is asking for, as he is there. Chris Buescher is on the back bumper. Here he comes. A huge run. Oh boy. This just got good, guys. This just got real good. Chris Buescher to the high side. He went way high. He went to the third lane to try and get a run. Didn't work, but he's trying to get by. There are side-by-side lap cars in front of him, and he's going to go sailing up to that third lane. Harvick's still stuck on the bottom. Here comes Buescher with a huge run. He's going to shoot to the middle. He goes middle into that next corner. Harvick to the bottom, open lane. But here comes Buescher with a run. Buescher is there. Oh, Stenhouse, you are in the way, Stenhouse. Get out of the way. Stenhouse makes contact with Buescher, and Harvick will escape with the lead. Man, Stenhouse, get out of the way. You are 3 laps down, dude. Why are you interfering with a battle for the lead? Like, I understand racing hard for the spot, but you are literally running the leaders. Like, come on. There's a time and a place. Don't make contact with leaders. Don't be that guy. All right, Buescher now back to the bumper, but all of that cost a ton of time. That's the stuff Hamlin needs, though. He's going to need a lot of those types of situations to catch. And it's still going to take a lot. He's going to need a couple more instances of those two either racing hard side by side or something to get that spot back. Now, that being said, Kyle Larson is closing in on both of them. He will be trying to get his lap back. He is on newer tires by about 10 to 15 laps. We missed that whole battle for the lead on commercial. It was on side by side, but come on. That's a moment, guys. That's important to make sure that your fans see that. The lights are almost on. All right, so now it's shaped out a little bit for now. Harvick has returned to clean track where he can run really quick laps. That being said, it looks like Logano's contention is all but over. He can't seem to hold pace. Elliott has caught Logano, but behind him, Almirola, Bell, and Hamlin will be the next batch. Just like that, Elliott has run now up to the 3rd position. And that's a perfect example of why it's a championship caliber season. He said he was junk. He wasn't that great. And all of a sudden, now he is running 3rd. Okay. 0.6 back is the gap. Now, Hamlin is still moving forward, but he's 10 seconds back with 30 to go. I don't think it's enough. And I think this is going to be another race where Hamlin says, what if? Another race they were capable of winning and couldn't get there. What do I mean? This race is amazing. Look at the strategy. I mean, you had guys coming from the back to the front. You've got, different tires all over the racetrack as far as who's running where. So that's what I like about it. I mean, there is a whole sort of different tire options out there as far as where guys are running. And I'm a fan of that kind of racing. All right, so looking at that top 10, a lot more Toyotas up there now. Fords have faded. Blaney, Keselowski both faded. Oh, 23. So he is approaching the last car in the lead lap. Harvick is, and that's going to be a much bigger fight. Christopher Buescher. I don't know if he's supposed to say that, but he is. All right, Buescher. He's almost there. All right, now Harvick, as he catches Bubba Wallace, is going to have to find a way around him because catching him and passing him are two different things. Hamlin has gotten around Almirola for sixth, but he's still 8 seconds back. That's so far to go to get up there. Well, lap traffic is boxing Harvick in. We are in for a heck of a race to the finish coming here, boys. I'm excited. This is going to be fun. Now, with that said, it's going to take a lot. Oh, boy. Buescher way up the hill. All right, Bubba's coming back after Kevin Harvick now. Boy, I tell you, these guys' lap times have dropped off significantly. They're going to allow Denny Hamlin to have a shot here. Yeah, Busher needs to get past that lap traffic. That he's got to get more aggressive in traffic. That is costing him a lot of time right now. Because right now he is boxed in and he's going to be losing close to half a second a lap. I think he may have made his tires mad. He made a good run at it. It was definitely a heck of a shot. I just don't know if a 20 to go, if he's going to have what it takes to get all the way up there now. I think he may have taken the good out of his tires. All right, so 1.3 the gap. It is growing. I think Kevin Harvick's going to go 2 in a row, boys, and we're going to see potentially Kevin Harvick pull a Tony Stewart from 2011. .4 the gap, so the gap is continuing to grow. Bell 4 seconds back. He is currently running very similar lap times to Harvick, so I don't think he's going to get there. The race has been pretty good, but you have to have the scoring monitor. At this point, it looks like the strategies have all but played out. Unfortunately, Hamlin with that tough stop, I mean, that cost him enough time that it's not going to, I don't think he's going to get there because the pace he's running, he would have got there, but just didn't time it out right. .5. I just don't think he's got enough time unless the battle in front of him gets really ridiculous. I think Kevin Harvick's got this one, guys. Boy, if there was 10 more laps on this race, I wouldn't count out Christopher Bell. Yeah, Denny will probably get by Chase, so I would expect the final running order to be Harvick, Buescher, Bell, Hamlin, Elliott. Looks like Buescher's making a little run. He's going to try and charge up a little bit. We'll see if he, is using the last of his goodie up in those tires, giving himself a shot. Tell you what, if the pace were to stay where it was, there is a good chance Christopher Bell gets there. He's only 0.2 off. He's down to a 2.4. But yikes. Now Truex got his way up to 8th. Busch 9th. Get that top 10 streak out of his way. All right. And Blaney looking at a top 10. I guess Blaney can celebrate a little bit. He made up a lot of ground on Truex as far as getting a gap, and now he just has to worry about trying to make sure he wins. He can kind of forget the point situation, and I think he can just hope nobody else wins. Seven to go. Harvick's going to need to run into some real trouble if Christopher Bell's going to get there. Wow, only 11 cars made it on the lead lap. I don't know. I wouldn't say he doesn't have enough time. It's going to come down to the traffic that's all over Kevin Harvick right now. Oh, what are you doing, Cindric? Don't wash up in front of guys. Hi, kitty. Harvick is stuck in some traffic. It's going to be a heck of a charge if Bell can get there, though. Oh, they just pulled over and let him by. Wow, what a charge. Huh. I'd only would have taken maybe 2 more laps and Bell would have been there. Back-to-back wins for the 4, and I say watch out, guys. The Fords have found speed. I know some of them didn't execute, but in the top 15, half of them are Fords. I mean, RFK all in the top 15. All of Penske Racing in the top 15. 2 of the Stewart-Haas cars in the top 15. So if the Fords didn't have trouble, they would have been a lot better because Briscoe had a fire on his car. Custer had a power steering failure. You know, I think we got to watch these Fords. Ooh, yikes. I'm telling you guys, these Fords are going to get there because they showed good speed last week, but they showed dominating speed today. All right. So our final results go: Harvick, Bell, Buescher, Hamlin, and Elliott. Logano, Truex Jr. got up to 7th, Almirola 8th. Good run for Almirola. Kyle Busch 9th, and Ryan Blaney rounds out the top 10. Byron rebounds for an 11th. Austin Cindric back to 12th. Bubba Wallace 13th. Kyle Larson 14th, and Brad Keselowski 15th. I believe today with Chase Elliott's finish, that almost might lock up the championship. Let's see, live standings. It should tell me. 116, so he's 5 points from locking up. He has to score 5 points in the next 2 races, so we'll see. Top 5 race this season? No, I wouldn't say that. It was a solid race. The spring race was actually much better. We had dueling strategies. This one, we really didn't have a huge strategy gap, so it was okay, but it definitely, at the end, got a little dry as far as the strategy goes, because obviously it didn't pan out. Like I said, Hamlin ended up 3.8 seconds back. I would hate to think how far off his strategy was due to that pit issue, but I think that would have been a really close one. But yeah, overall, I mean, it's Richmond. Frankly, this place only needs one date a year, if we're completely honest. It put on a solid race. It's decent. But, if we took a race from Richmond and put it at Iowa, I don't think anyone would complain. I mean, heck, half the Richmond fans probably wouldn't complain. So, it's just what Richmond is. Let's see. Good close look. Looks like it'll be a good race version. Got some good detail on the front of it and some stuff like that. But just like that, Kevin Harvick right back in, and now he, I believe, is 2nd or 3rd on the playoff grid. So he just rocketed up those standings. And, it's becoming one of them seasons. But let's see, where is he? He's up to 8th in the standings now. Bell, I guess, was right there too. So good run for Logano. Chastain has dropped all the way to 5th in points, so he was 2nd just a couple weeks ago. Trash winner. No, he did good. I was 3 horrible races in a row. It just comes down to the winner. I thought their races were fine. I just think they have good decent runs to the end. Let's see, we got the Glen next week. Obviously, I'm going to pick Elliott for that one. And then we got Daytona, and then we're off into the playoffs. So I definitely think that the Fords are coming to life at the right time. It does make me a little bit worried because when you look at the playoff grid, it doesn't make sense that they're going to come to life and be that good because there's not as many of them in there. But, man, if they come to life, all of a sudden you may see, a Chase Briscoe champion. And, if I'm being honest, I want a good driver to win. So, yeah, Kevin Harvick wins. 2nd in a row after breaking a streak. He breaks the next one just like that. But other than that, guys, that'll pretty much wrap up this stream. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Had a good time out here. Going to next week, I don't know if I'll do a stream next week. We'll see. I always have to kind of see what my schedule looks like. I think I'll be in at a birthday party or something, so may not happen. But I'll let you guys know ahead of time on the community tab. So make sure you hit your thumbs up and the notification bell, so that way you can see it when it takes place. And then you can check out the Kevin Harvick pre-order on rasdiecast.com. That link will be up either later tonight or tomorrow morning, so you can check it out if you're looking at those race wins. Make sure you use the promo code RACECRAZE for your 10% off any order from the site. But other than that, guys, hope you had a good time at the race. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you tomorrow in the next Diecast Review.